let's just sew whatever.
Hey everybody, so in today's video it's going to be a throwback video. This is actually a wallet I made for myself and I still use to this day. I think this was in about 2017, so I hope you guys enjoy. Please keep in mind that since this is an older video, I may not recommend some of the same things, but it's just kind of a fun way for you guys to see back then to now, that kind of thing. Hi Devin, how's it going? Yes. So I got very little sleep yesterday and I woke up early and had a really long day. Oh, Devin, yeah, it is super shiny. It's awesome stuff. It sews really easily too, like surprisingly easy, but it's still really thick. It's good stuff. So, hi Dana. I got up really early today and I got all my sewing done and now I want to do some selfish sewing and turn this into an NCW. Yeah, for myself. I love my Ron Swanson one, but I think I want a leather one. So I'm doing this all from the beginning, like cutting, interfacing, all that good stuff. So it's gonna be a full video. Hi everybody. So yeah. It should be fun. We've made a million NCWs, but we'll make one more. I'm just gonna pick out my lining fabrics, etc. This match kind of matches. Kind of. Oh, the cats. This one's too thick. Too thick. So I'm just trying to pick out my like lining fabrics. Ooh, dinosaurs, that could be fun. Oh my god, it actually matches too. I think I like the octopus. Got bunnies. Ooh. Maybe one of those again. This one? Ooh, winner. Okay. Coming back for comments. Hi, Patricia. Ashley, I was up so early, but I went to bed like right at 10 o'clock and then got up at like 7. So I think I'm gonna make this my flap. This is a gold leather I got from Peggy Sue, also leather on Etsy forever ago. And then I want to make this the body. Secretly watching it work. Too bad we can't have like subtitles. And then I think this will be the lining because I bought this forever ago. Hi Linda. I saw Alicia use this on I think the Blanche bag she made. Oh, this matches perfectly. Forever ago. And I bought some and I've been hoarding it. How much did I get? Just a yard. Oh, it's gonna be so pretty. I think I'm gonna get a solid color for the card slots though. Maybe not. So that'll be the body of the inside. The bricks might be cute. Yes, I'm so excited. Let me find a different card slot fabric. It's cold. That works. So I've got this like really pretty mint. Yeah, actually, honestly, I could probably just turn the heat on. CJ has it set super low. Yeah, that works. Cool. So I'm gonna cut out all of my interfacing first, and then I'll do the rest. So I'm gonna cut out one piece of 809 for the lining of the body. I'm not gonna interface the body of the wallet since it's it's thick leather, but not like really stiff leather. Awesome, Elizabeth, we can do it together. Way to go, pen. Didn't mark anything. I watched Amityville Horror. I don't know. Ryan Reynolds is in it. It's pretty creepy. Probably not the best thing to watch at 9 a.m. Just saying. This will be my Christmas present to myself. Okay, so there's my main body piece. And then I like to use this 8.5 square ruler to cut out the rest of the lining pieces. Makes things a lot easier. So 8 by 8.5. And then I just mark on the back side, like this is for my cards. What then? And then I need 8 by 7.5 times 2. So it's 7.5. really need to add like little non-stick pieces to my ruler. And then I'm gonna try and add like a little ID slot to the NCW as well. I probably should have looked at some tutorials before I started this, but whatever. Those are for my zips. And then I don't need any lining for the zipper pocket. I don't need interfacing for the lining of it, I should say. Where did it go? No, it was blue. Ah, over here. There it is. So this is a really old pattern I made before I like actually made patterns. And of course the ID window one isn't here. Oh well. So I feel like 3 inches by 5 inches is plenty for an ID window. 3 inches by 5 inches. So I'm gonna cut that out of 809. Yes, hello. Okay, so we'll need 2 of those. And then we'll just sew it down. Hi, Cherise. So I'm going to cut out a little bit of this clear vinyl for my ID window. And this is like 3 inches by 4.5 inches. I'm sure I'll cut it down some more. Ben, get off the table. Get off. Get off. Thank you. Go to your spot. No, I'm not petting you. Okay. So now I just need to cut out the interfacing for the card slots. Oh my God, Patricia, that's hilarious. Good job, thank you. Okay. Put this away. And grab my ruler. So I cut out a piece of the 809 that is 16 inches wide. And 16 inches long from there. And then I just saved this 16-inch piece to cut more later on. So I'm gonna put these together so I don't lose them. And then I'm just gonna set this aside. Wait. So that's it for lining interfacing, which is pretty cool. So now I'm gonna cut out my exterior. I haven't decided if I want the outside and inside of the flap to be this leather. Look how pretty it is. I just love it so much. It's like a rose gold. It's gorgeous. I feel like that's going to be really thick with those seams, so I'll just do the one piece. It's really thick. Yeah, Rihanna, same. Love it. Okay, so I lied. I need a little piece of 809 for my lining flap. Flap lining, I guess. Maybe some SF101. Okay. I almost feel like 2 pieces of 809 is all I'm gonna need. Like I won't even need Peltex. Yeah, just 2 layers of 809. So this will be my second time working with leather. I have my 2 hides coming from Tandy Leather today that are the $50 like random ones. I'm pretty excited. Yeah, Ben is allowed here on my cutting table because he used to like lay on top of piles of fabric and I was like, dude, you need to get down. Like people are gonna buy this stuff and they don't want cat hair all over it. Get down. This is all leather. Leather and then the cotton fabric for the lining of it. And this is just for me, just to play with. I kind of feel like mixing leather and vinyl would be not cool. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Be like a one of these things is not like the other moment. Because they really do have totally different feelings. But you know that, Patricia. This is so thick. Okay. So I'm only going to use it for the exterior body. And then the rose gold will be my flap. Oh, yeah, that's pretty. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and interface this while it's not super hot. Patricia, I just used my heat press on a low setting, and the 809 interfaces just fine, and the leather is great too. So now this has a lot more shape to it than before. I'm going to press it one more time. I think I need to adjust my pressure. There we go. Yeah, so the leather looks exactly the same. Yeah, no water. The 809 doesn't need water. At least with the heat press it doesn't. And then I'm not going to use Peltex on my snap tab area. I'm just going to use 2 pieces of 809 on top of each other. So, like that. Yep. So, again, the leather looks the same, and there's the the 809 on there. Hey, Shay. Okay. Oh, yeah. This flap feels amazing. Like, I'm not going to need any Peltex. So, I'm going to interface my card slots really quick. I'm just using this really simple pattern for the card slots. And this is really wrinkly, so I'm going to lay it down first and press it. And then I'll add my 809 to it. Hi, Sean. We're making a leather NCW today. This is a little bit of selfish sewing because it's going to be for me, kind of just to play. Yeah, Patricia, I honestly have no idea. This will be my second time working with leather, but I always have my heat press. I don't use an iron, only when I'm sewing. I would probably not sew as often if I had to use my iron to interface everything, because that was one thing I really hated. Alright, so now that my 809 is on there, I can just cut around. Oh, Shay, nice. How'd you like it? Some people are liking it, some people aren't. I was into it. But then again, I'm not like a huge Star Wars nerd, so. Aww. Well, maybe you can make something for someone else, or you can make something to sell. Okay, so my heat press didn't interface this part, so I'm just going to throw it in there again. Just to make sure it's really nicely pressed. The force is not with me. Oh, Shay, that's good. Yeah, I like Star Wars, but I wouldn't say, like, I'm a huge Star Wars nerd. My husband is. Hi, Denise. Yeah, Kylo Ren. I loved him in Girls, though. Adam Driver. So that just made me really all the more interested in the new movies to go see them. Okay. Patricia, that's hilarious, and kind of me also. I have this other scrap of leather. It's like a pink background with gold over top that I thought about using, but I just really like this metallic rose gold combo better. Tabitha, I don't think he's in Perks of Being a Wallflower. That's hilarious. Okay, so I'm going to lay this fabric down and interface my other pieces. Again, sometimes I'll cut out my lining and then cut out the interfacing, and sometimes I'll cut out the interfacing and then... Yeah, it just depends on how I feel. Okay, so I pressed it once for like 10 seconds to get all the wrinkles out. And then I've got all my pieces here. And then it's kind of fun because I can fussy cut also. Yeah, this press is the 16 by 24. I bought it off of eBay. And I love it. Oh, Patricia, it's funny that I answered your question like before you even asked it. I sensed it. The force is strong with this one. Devin, I kind of just grab whatever I like, what's on sale. But when I start to like run low on my lining fabric, I'm gonna buy some of that Cordura lining fabric. I know people are mostly using it for leather, but I would really like some plain fabrics for the lining that I don't have to interface, that look nice, that are durable. So, Cordura, I'm coming for you. This fabric here is one I bought from fabric.com, and I've been hoarding it to do some selfish sewing. So I might even make myself a purse with it. We'll see. Yeah, Patricia, I'm not sure. $8 a yard isn't terrible. I definitely pay a little less than that, but sometimes I have to interface, etc. So it might be worth it. I don't know. Oh wow. From what I've read, they use 500. Patty, I'm using a non-stick Teflon sheet. Yeah, so I'm gonna try it out. At some point, anyway. Okay. Oh, yeah, Helen, I do. They're like Christmas trees and presents and snowflakes. My friend is a LuLaRoe consultant, and she had some Christmas leggings. I was like, I didn't want Christmas leggings, but those are adorable. Okay. So I don't need these anymore. I know, they're so fun. After I make this NCW, I'm gonna clean my house. So I'm just wearing comfy clothes. I've been up for several hours working on orders, and I got pretty much everything I could done, which is exciting. Oh crap. Okay. So this is the inside of my flap. Devin, no. I get a little bit of puckering when I used interfaced or like home decor fabrics. I get a little bit of puckering, but it's not terrible. It's not super noticeable, so I don't worry about it too much. If you use uninterfaced cotton, it's not going to be good. It doesn't look good. Like at all. Okay, screw this pen. Had plenty inside, but whatever. Ew. So instead of grabbing a little scrap of Peltex, I'm just stacking my 809. Because it'll honestly reach the same thickness. And that's where my snap's gonna go. was thinking about using a turn lock, but I don't have like a really fancy one. Leslie, I got up really early. I reset my sleep schedule. It won't last long, don't worry. Okay, so there's all my 809 interfaced. You can use Peltex instead, but I just figured I'd do that. Why not? Oh, it's gonna look so pretty. I'm so excited. How social of you. Yeah. Yeah. I spend a lot of my time looking for things, though. Don't even worry about that. Okay, I'm gonna re-press this a little bit. It's kind of like really spring colors, but whatever. Ugh, I love pink and mint. Oh yeah, I need my ID wallet piece. Is this big enough? Ooh, it might be. Haha, it totally is. Okay, so I'm gonna try and make a little card slot piece, or ID wallet piece. Maybe I need 2 out of this, though. Maybe? Probably. There's a space under my cutting table where I just throw a bunch of random crap. So that's what I just pulled out from under there to make this ID window. That'll be the outside. This will be for the inside of it. I'm gonna get a card to trace around. Okay, so from what I remember from Pinterest, you like cut a square turn them like this, and you cut on those X's and like fold it open and put your vinyl in between those layers. Yeah. And then you can like fold the top over. I mean, we're gonna sew it together so we can figure it out then. I'm just trying to mentally prepare myself for this because then all the edges are raw. We'll try it. We'll figure it out when we get there. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Door bell. Let's talk about it behind your back. No, I don't use my cylinder arm much. I should. I'm just so used to my Juki that it's hard to switch. No, it's not Tandy. It was FedEx coming with dresses for orders and Target order, which is Christmas presents for my husband. Those little amiibo figurines. Oh yeah, I gotta cut out my lining for my zips. Honestly, sometimes that's why I cut out the interfacing for those, so that I don't forget to do it. 4x8. I'll just cut out whatever. This one's nice and dark. Is it 8? No. It's not. Dang it. Is this 4? Yes, it is. Okay, great. By 4. Done. Oh, Pierre, really? I don't blame you. Patricia, if you have a flatbed industrial that you use now. Yes, hello, Ben. The mail wasn't for you. Then, what was I saying? If you have an industrial flatbed now, oh, that's cool. You can rent one though. Get your butt out. Okay. So, the lines for the NCW, this is how I do mine. 2.5. 1.75, 2.25, 1.75. Stop whatever you're doing. 2.25. 0.75. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I find it hard to sew on a cylinder. I'm getting used to my flatbread. Yeah, flatbed. Now I want Indian food. Yeah, Pierre, I feel the same way. Yeah, kind of. And, like, it's difficult to, like, work in the motion that it does. I feel like sometimes it gets caught up in places that my flatbed usually wouldn't. Yeah, I'm alive. Okay, so here's my marks. And then you start from that 2.5 and you're gonna fold this way. And since I use like a ballpoint pen and go across a few times, yeah. And then you fold that down this way. And then I just kind of double check that they look fairly even. And then fold down again. So here's what you're looking at. And then you fold that up. And then again, just kind of double check that it looks even. And fold. And then there's one more fold so that you have a total of 3 card slots this way. And then what I do is I put this in my heat press and just press it for a few seconds. Mine's been off for a while, so I'm just gonna leave it in there for a minute. And throw away these scraps that I'll never use. Use these. But yeah, heat presses are the shiz. I've said it before. I mean, if you can't afford a heat press, you make it work. That's all there is to it. Some people would ask me, like, what would you do, a heat press or a rivet press? And I'd say if you have, like, a somewhat crappy sewing machine that can't sew through all the leathers or the vinyls and layers and stuff, like, get a rivet press. But if you have an industrial, don't get a rivet press, get a heat press. It makes life so much easier. Okay, so now it's nicely pressed, and now I'm just gonna cut this to be 4.5 inches wide. So you've got like an inch of excess. I have replacement blades coming soon. And then what I do is I'll make an 8-inch mark in my center. So that I know where to cut later. Sarah, a heat press is similar to a steam press. So this is my heat press. And what it does is this part here heats up. It has a Teflon sheet so that you're not touching your fabrics or anything directly with this. You don't want to touch anything directly with this. And then what you do is you just clamp it down and it creates an even force with that heat. So it fuses things really fast. It's good for heat transfer vinyl if you're doing t-shirts and stuff like that. I'm not sure what other uses it has. I just know that I bought my heat press initially for heat transfer vinyl, and I think a friend of mine, yeah, pretty much. It's extremely part-time. Oh, I get what you're saying now. I know, I wish I had like a company to work with so I could sell you a particular one and like get a free heat press or something. But I'm not sponsored by anybody. This is a no brand one I bought off of eBay. I wouldn't recommend them. This isn't the best heat press, but it presses things. It just doesn't work for heat transfer vinyl. Yeah. So I got this 16 by 24 so that I could do, basically do the NCW card slots, the Emmaline bag, interfacing like all in one go, because this 15 by 15 is nice. This 15 by 15 is nice. However, it only does 15 inches by 15 inches. So again, doing an Emily main panel, I'd had to move it a few times, and that kind of can create problems and bubbles and whatnot. So I'm lifting you up now. You guys can see the full view of my sewing area. And we're gonna take our NCW over to the sewing machine. Say hello to Ben. It's like, where are we going, Mom? Where are we going? So it took about an hour to fully cut and interface the NCW, which is good to know for me. Oh, I guess I need to flip you. And flip. There we go. Oh, nope. Deanne, I bought, yeah, I love my sewing area. I bought the leather from Peggy Sue also off of Etsy. But there's like Tandy Leather and all other places you can buy from. I am in no way, shape, or form a leather expert. I'd say I'm quite a noob or a novice, whichever word you guys prefer. So I'm gonna use my white nylon thread. And of course I have no bobbins, so I'm gonna wind one really quick. May as well do two, you never know. Yeah, total noob. Oh, the leather guy, yeah. I only have ever bought one like actual hide, and it honestly kind of freaked me out. This bobbin winder is from Gold Star. It's the new tech. He had a sale on Black Friday, David did, but it's from Gold Star Tool. And it's pretty handy. I like my side winder, but this is easy too. So there's like just a little hole here, and then you make sure you lock it into that tension knob area. And then you just set this here. You're able to like set where you want it to stop. I haven't found like a real set spot yet. I don't feel like screwing it and unscrewing it. And then you just hit start. And it winds really nicely. And then you can stop it really quickly. It's really nice. Hopefully you could see that. If not, I'm sorry. It does have a thread cutter here, but I'm gonna wind another one, so I'm just gonna set that over here. Okay, so this one wasn't wound as tightly, unfortunately, because I forgot to lock my thread into the tension area, but it's okay. It's still nice and even. So I was told in my last video that I worked with leather that cotton, the leather, the way it is tanned, cotton will break down over time. So I won't be using cotton thread, but I will be using cotton fabric with it. But it's all interfaced, so it should be okay, I think. Again, no expert, just kind of doing whatever. Okay, so you guys have seen me make probably, I don't know, like 10 NCWs at this point, but we'll keep doing it. So I'm gonna start with the card slots. I've got a 4.5 stitch length. I'm gonna back stitch. Oh, Patricia, good to know. This is the DU 1181N. It's a compound walking foot. And it is the love of my life. Luckily, this is just mine. You can see I've been using a lot of black thread lately. Okay, so now I will blind you with the brightness. There we go. These are all stitched, so I'm gonna go down one side, down the other, and then I'm gonna sew on either side of this black line. And this is just to baste it in place. Cut all my excess threads. Get my iron going. So there I've sewn on either side of that black line, and then I'm just gonna cut right through it. And then you wanna make sure that your slots are facing opposite each other, or if you put them together like this, you wanna make sure they're facing up. You can stick your fingers in them. See? Awkward sentence, anyway. And then it's like half-inch seam allowance, maybe 3/8 or a 1/4. I don't know, I just kind of do a little more than my foot, to be honest. It always seems to work out. Three-eighths. Wow. It's 3/8 of an inch exactly that I use. So I don't know what it's supposed to be. I haven't read the pattern in a really long time. I'm just gonna press this open. And you wanna make a line that's 4 inches down the center. Sorry, gotta grab my ruler. And I use just like a pencil that you can't really see the markings of later on. Chalk pencil, maybe? Marking pencil? There we go, you can see that. This is a really light fabric. Usually I use black for my card slots, so it's hard to see. And then I backstitch at the top and then at all the card slots, because people get cards out in and out constantly, so you want to make sure it's nice and sturdy. And I guess you could even do like 2 rows of stitching on either side of that line, just to make sure it's nice and tight as well. I don't know. So there's that. Sorry, blinding you again. There. And now I'm gonna grab the card slot backing, line those up. And then stitch across the top. I like to switch to like 3.5 here. Yeah, reverse is pretty nice. That's one of the reasons I don't prefer the older machines. I think it's all personal preference, though. I just like reverse a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna press this. And then I'm going to stitch all along the sides with like a 4.5. And trim the excess. Yeah, the vintage, the old machines. Okay, so card slots are ready. I'm gonna set those aside, and now I'm gonna work on like wrapping my brain around the ID wallet thing. Probably could have looked online for something. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sew around all the edges. I'm gonna clip my corners. Okay, so we'll see if this works. So right sides together. Gosh, stop doing that, machine. Okay, maybe that'll help. Yeah, right sides together, and now I'm gonna cut out that X and like pull it through. We'll see. We'll see if this works. Made sense in my mind. gonna pull it. Right sides out. Oh, that's right, okay, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna trim these a little bit. So here's what we're looking at. Feel free to comment if I'm doing it totally wrong, but this is making sense in my head. Okay, flipping it all right sides out. So now we're looking at this, which is kind of a mess. Yeah, that's what I'll do. So I'm gonna press this really quick to get those outer edges nice and flat. Okay. So now my outer edges are flat, and I'm gonna fold in. I'm making like an ID wallet for the inside, so I'm gonna fold in to the center those, like, to my cut lines. So folding inside, if that makes sense. It's making sense to me. And then I'll slip in that clear vinyl and stitch around those edges. Yeah? Yeah, it'll be fine. There's definitely an easier way to do it. I'm sure of it. There's a tutorial online. I'm out of steam. Isn't it fun to watch me struggle? Okay. So this is what I have, and then I'm gonna like insert the clear vinyl. I gotta cut it down first. I think I'll probably Google how you're supposed to do this and then do like a separate tutorial. So now I'm gonna unclip it, insert my clear vinyl, and then sew. So I'm sliding it in between those layers. This is done. I'm gonna flatten it out. Okay. So now it's in between those layers. And then I can kind of resituate the sides as I sew them. So I'm gonna start at the top. 3.5 is good. Hi, how's it going? Okay, so it's not the worst thing. It's not as wrinkly as it looks. One thing I could have improved on was centering it a little better, but yeah, it'll hold. Good job. All right, so I'm gonna add that to one of my zipper pocket pieces. So this is the 8-inch way, which is where my zipper is gonna go. I'm gonna go ahead and add a zipper really quick so I can keep it straight in my head. Okay, so I want my zipper here. Oh, these bags here are ones I finished this morning. They're just simple tote bags that I make and sell. Okay, so this is the inside of my zipper pocket, and I want it to go on the outside of my zipper pocket. So I'm just gonna, I guess you just make the zipper pocket. Again, should have read a tutorial before I actually did this. I just know that Beetlebug Handmade adds them to hers, and they always look really good. Oh, thanks, Deanne. And those are all made with fabrics I design. Okay, so this is how it goes into the wallet. That's the inside. This is the top outside. And I feel like you'd want it on this part, if that makes sense. So this is one section. This is where you put some things. This is the other section. And then you've got your cards here. Feel like it should go here, face up. So I'm gonna center it, give myself some space, and then you're just gonna sew around it in a U shape. And then I just backstitch like at a V to secure the corners. Because again, that's something people are gonna be in and out of quite a bit. Oh, Helen, that sounds delicious. Make one for me. Okay, so there's where your card goes. Ba-ba! And then you don't have the vinyl that's super sticky so that you can't get it out. So it works. I'm gonna go ahead and leave my card in there, maybe? Maybe not. No, we'll be fine. No, I'm gonna leave it in there. No, I'll take it out. I'll figure it out. Okay, so I'm gonna sew the zipper pocket together as normal. Ooh, pizza rolls. So the vinyl I used inside of the window was just a clear upholstery vinyl. I bought it a really long time ago at Hancock, so I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember what thickness it is. I wanna say like 6 or 8, maybe not. Patricia, I did do the window. We struggled a little bit, but it was fun. So we started the window, I'd say at like an hour and 10 minutes in. So now what I like to do is, did I do it the wrong way? I feel like maybe I did. No. I'm gonna top stitch all the way around. And so that will hide the raw edges from Dana's trick. So what she does is she just sews in a big U shape and then cuts the excess, and then what you can do to hide the raw edges is just top stitch all the way around the U shape and you're done. Yeah, pretty much. It's a fun little trick. Okay. So, this is my inside. And this is my outside. So yeah, the pocket fits perfectly, looks good. However, I still have to add my like 1-inch butt to it. And that will make it a little trickier. Because it's like right along the center. So if you're gonna do the window thing, no, it's not upside down. I'm really proud of myself. It's not upside down. It just needs to be placed up really like way higher. So one thing I would say you could do is make your zipper pocket and then sew this to it. But then you're gonna see the stitching on this side. So it's up to you. So mine is too low. I mean, I could easily unpick it and redo it, but I'm not going to. This is just for me. Yeah, so it needs to be placed up 1/2 inch higher, I'd say. My mistake, no worries. Working on glass blocks, that sounds cool. All right, so I'm folding my inside lining in half, and then I'm gonna make a mark in the middle. I'm gonna cut it open. And then that's gonna be our birthing hole. You know, I could, no, then it still wouldn't be upside down. I could just make it inside. I mean, it doesn't help. Oh well. Yeah, Denise, that's a really good solution to the issue. So I might do that. Oh, jeez. Shay, that sounds awful. Literally awful. Okay, so I'm gonna add my snaps. There's my center. I'm gonna go in 1 inch from the bottom. One of these days I want to add a twist lock, but I don't really want to add a twist lock to this one because the silver will clash too much on the outside of the rose gold, I feel like. So I'm going to check. These are, yeah, okay, those go together. Okay. One snap added. And this is a really thick leather, and I've got 2 layers of 809. So I'm not going to add any Peltex. We'll see how that goes. It's not too late in the end if I want to add some. Oh, no, I have no kids. And I'm very happy about it. I'm only 25. I don't need kids right now. I just look like I have kids. Aw, Shay, that's cute. Kids are cute. I don't have a problem with kids. but they're not for me, especially right now. Okay, so there's my center 2.5 up. Yeah, no kids. It's a good feeling. A good amount of my friends recently had kids. If I could pop out an 8-year-old, right? Yeah. Yeah, I like the returnable kids. Oh my goodness, this leather is so thick. I like it. Okay, adding my snap. Yeah, one of my friend's kids just turned 1, which was awesome. She's the sweetest little girl ever. And then one of my other friends, her daughter will be 1 in March, and she's having another daughter in March. Just cuckoo bananas to me. Okay. Oh, Tiffany, yeah, that's a good feeling. I think I'd be fine with an 11-year-old. Like, okay, go to school. Oh, you're home, yay! I missed you, kind of. Aw. A sister named Bob. So I'm cutting off the excess and crying a little bit because I love this vinyl so much. Leather, leather, it's leather. Hi, 7. The poster child for birth control. I want to keep this, but there's literally nothing I could do with it. I'm just gonna stick it in that drawer. To be clear. 4.5. So now we're gonna flip it right side out. Oh, mama. It's beautiful. Push out those corners carefully. Corners, those curved edges. I'm gonna press it with a pressing cloth and from the wrong side, or from the lining side. Yeah, and I feel like this is thick enough. Yeah. So I feel like this is thick enough, but it's not like way too thick. So I'm into this. I'm feeling it. Okay, so 4.5 stitch length, and I'm just gonna go right around the edge. Nice and slow. Devin, fairly often. Bye-bye, boo-boos. Bye-bye. I messed up my stitching a little bit, but I kind of messed it up on both sides, so it's okay. I really want to add a second row. Oh, I couldn't. Damn. And that's why people add their snap after. I really want to use some of this leather on the flap too, and like mimic the shape of it. Do you think that would be kind of cool? Hi, Eleanor. Cut a flower. Yeah, that would be cool, but also kind of tough to sew. No, I think I just want to cut out like a smaller piece of the NCW. But yeah, it would look really good. Okay, let's go do that. Rivet that shit on. No, no. Well, that could be neat, but no. Alright, we're just gonna take you off of this really quick. Plus I have a ton of that vinyl, so we'll just try it. Leather, it's leather. Leather. I wonder if I should just print it out. I know, it's really funny. He's probably like, oh, is it all about me now? What are you smelling me for, weirdo? I showered. Then we're doing stuff. Paper. Yep. Yeah, there's a template. Helen, you're a genius. She's a friggin' genius. Boom. Yes, I do. Yeah. Yeah, that was Ben. I'm sure about that. You're a genius. I don't even know why I didn't think of that, but I do know why. Yeah, that will work perfectly. What? Okay, so I'm just cutting it from a label. I was gonna throw this away, but now I can kind of set it on top and see how I like it, and then cut it out of my vinyl. Yeah, perfect. That's exactly what I was thinking too. Just like, here, Ben, you help. So that'll be the turquoise vinyl. So it's kind of like a reverse accent piece. Cool. Yeah, you are a genius. Helen, certified genius. And this will help kind of thicken up my flap too a little bit. Okay. Cut that a little bit. It's a little too square. So that's how it looks. I'm just gonna peel off this sticker. That was kind of dumb. Certified genius. Okay, spraying this with some basting spray. On the wrong side, of course. Really carefully so it doesn't soak through. Yeah, we're just watching this come to life right before our eyes. This is cool. Okay, so it looks like I've got, where's this? Help me center. Okay, cool. CG. Certified genius. Okay. Back to where we were. Yes, this makes it look so much better. I was worried about that stark contrast. I was into it. I was okay with it, but this is way better. I'm super excited. Okay, so there's about an inch. And there's about an inch. So it needs to come over just a little bit more. I got my template pieces from Tops and Bobbins. I love wing it projects. No, Devin, I didn't mess up. I just think I'm gonna like the look of the blue so that it's like less of a stark contrast, if that makes sense. Although it could kind of look cool like centered completely, but I have to think about my snap, so this is gonna miss the snap. So yeah, we're gonna stitch that on top. Yep, tops and bobbins, I love it. Okay, so 4.5 stitch length. Here we go. Just gonna go right along the edge, super slow. But my sister wants to steal this from me. Woohoo! Oh, I love that. Yeah, so that, yeah, oh mama. So this leather is from, I've said it a million times, Peggy Sue also. She is on Etsy. I think she might be on eBay too, maybe. So there's what the backside looks like. I don't mind the stitching over top. So this flap has no Peltex in it. It just has 2 layers of 809 and then extra 809 here. And this looks marvelous. So it's like a reverse accent panel, so you can see the side there. And my stitching isn't, you know, 100% perfect, but I'm human. Now we can add our flap. Oh, 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 I'm dying. This looks so good. Look at that. Coach can eat my shorts. Okay. Sorry, I'm ridiculous. Okay. I'm not gonna add a wristlet strap or anything to this one. I know, with the lining fabric, it's perfect. Totally just winging this. I don't use the wristlet strap. It's not really what I wanted to say, but you know, gotta keep it PG. And I think honestly, something I would do differently with this ID window is just use a scrap piece of this leather and use it raw edges, and then sew the clear vinyl to the back side of it and just do all raw edges. Because this is really thick. Not that there's anything wrong. Yeah, Patty, it's kind of easier too. So we just totally created something new. We're so awesome. Go everybody. Go Helen. She saved the day. That would have taken me forever. Okay. Guys, it's so pretty. All right. So I'm going to baste my flap on. That leather kind of sticks to my table. Okay. So we're gonna lay this over top. And I'm gonna sew it from with the lining side down and the exterior side up because that leather is sticking to my table a little bit. That, and then I'll be able to see where I base stitched. I almost wanted to use the outside of the leather more, or like the inside. Oh. Oh, Helen, that sounds amazing. Yes, you deserve it. You earned it, Helen. You earned that. Okay, I'm gonna use a 4 stitch length because I don't want to perforate the vinyl. Plus I'm gonna top stitch over it. Oh, Patty, that's smart. Do I keep saying vinyl? I probably do. Leather, leather, leather. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. On average, how many bags do I sell a week or sew? Man, I have no idea. So the bulk of my bags is from a Facebook group that I have where I turn the LuLaRoe leggings into handbags, and I was accepting custom orders from December to April of last year, and I had over 300 people fill out the form, so I had to make all of those. I'd say I made 200 of those 300 because some people were like, this is taking too long, because I literally just... Wendy, yes, I did get the thread from Waywack. It came Saturday. It's over here. You can't see where I just pointed to, so I'll show you in a second. I haven't switched to using it as top stitching thread yet. I used it in a bobbin with the superior threads because I was out and I was working on other stuff, so I just needed bobbin thread. So it's been fine as bobbin thread. It's a little like woollier than the superior threads, so I'm not sure how I feel about that, but I'll have to see. I've just been too lazy to switch it over. Guys, it's so pretty. My accent piece looks a little crooked, but it's not too bad. It's so thick. Holy cow. Literally. Oh, goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Okay. Top stitch time. Switch into a 5. I had the idea last night to do this, or a few nights ago, but I wanted to do it last night, but I was way too tired when I got home from a very long day. So I was like, nope, I'm gonna sleep instead. And I'm glad I did. Okay, nameplate. Because there's no way I'm not putting a nameplate on this. Okay, so 4 inches there. I know, these colors look really good. And I just bought them on a whim, to be honest. I was like, ooh, that looks pretty. Ooh, that looks pretty. And then I got it in and was like, oh, these are so small. I didn't think about that. I don't know what I'm going to make. So I've had them for a while. They've just been sitting here, waiting to be made into something. Okay. Nameplate added. Card slot time. Oh, look at those card slots. They look so cute in there. I hate busy patterned card slots. Oh my goodness, that's thick. So there's what she's gonna look like. So soft. Okay. My stitch length is still set to 5. Just gonna go as carefully as I can. Hold on to my threads. Nice, good, okay. I am using a size 20 needle. And it's going through really nicely. Tina, this is the Necessary Clutch Wallet by Emmaline Sewing Patterns. Make a lot of these, and I actually have been using one for a few years now, maybe over a year, that Dana made for me because my sewing machine was awful. So I sent her the fabric and she made it for me. And I was like, I want a leather one now. I love my Ron Swanson one, but maybe I can have something classier. I don't have a leather needle, so I'm just using regular needles for the industrial. Thanks, Rihanna. I'm pretty into it. Looking pretty nice. Yeah, I'm not going super fast. So if you're new to making the NCW, I like to keep a bunch of cards around to make sure that they fit nicely inside of there. Especially when I started. Now they're all over the floor somehow. So now we have our zipper pouch. I think I'm gonna unpick this ID window off. Terry, yes, absolutely I do have issues with that. The way I get around it, or some people have switched it to a Teflon walking foot, and I think that has helped them. I just found ways of working around it. I keep a little bit of scrap. Yeah, Patricia, I am. Like, I can't deal with this. Not with how pretty it's looking. I keep a little scrap piece here, and I'll, like, lay it down over what I'm sewing to help with that. I've just backstitched it in there so good it doesn't want to come off. Yeah, the foot has teeth on it. Terry, there is a group for Juki industrial owners that has a lot of helpful hints. I have never looked into any other feet or attachments for this machine, so I cannot say. I think one time I bought some kind of foot off of eBay, but it might not have been for this machine, to be honest. It wasn't, actually. But if I could find it, it would probably fit this machine. Yeah, Shay, what are you doing with your life? I told you last week to buy one. What's wrong with you? Gonna watch me and not listen to what I'm telling you to do? No, I'm just kidding. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, a lot of people have ground them down. Grinded. Goodbye, dumb window. Okay, so I'm just gonna steam this really quick. Okay. And now it's like it never happened. Yay! So I want all of you to forget about it. I'm gonna go... Shade, they're actually really expensive at Joann's. You can order them from waywack.com for the brother. So I'm gonna cut my my little card slot out of the turquoise mint colored leather. That's what I'm doing over here. I'm gonna cut it to 3.5 wide to 2.5 tall. 3.5 wide, 2.5 tall. 3.5 wide. And 2.5 tall. Actually, 2.75 tall. tall. I like. No way, that's 3.5. What am I doing? Oh, okay. By 4. By 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I like it. 4 by 2.75. Measure twice, cut once. That looks good. That looks good. I have a bunch of scrap line over here. There it is. Yeah, there have been a lot of live. I got grounded. I'm just running in for one thing. Okay, so this is 4 by 2.75. That's what we decided on. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. So I'm gonna add, yeah, I think 1/2 inch marks on either side. And 1/2 inch there. And if this were to sell, I probably wouldn't want to be making these marks. But that's on the wrong side, there's the right side. What's nice is that clear vinyl sticks to the leather really easily, so I'm into it. I like it. Okay, and now I'm gonna cut out this square as nicely as I can so that I can use the square for something else. Okay. Use this. Okay, got it. I'll watch you work at my work. Yeah, that's funny. Then you can like add a snap to this little extra piece and use it as like a headphone wrapper. I don't know. Okay. So, let me clean that up a little bit. So there's our new ID window. And then I'm gonna lay my clear vinyl on the back side. It sticks really nicely, but I am gonna sew with the wrong side up and just slowly trace around the edge with like a 4-inch or 4 stitch length. Back stitch at your corner. Turn, pivot, pivot, pivot. Yeah, Helen, it looks way better. I'm glad I set my standards a little higher. Ba-ba. So I thought about folding the edge over and top stitching, but it's such thick leather that I'm just gonna stitch along the top so to keep it from stretching out. Maybe I'll even do 2 rows of stitching just for looks. What? Get your butt out of the screen. Nobody wants to see that, Benjamin. I'm sorry, you guys. Get down. Sit. Sit. Okay. Get down. Just get down. We'll take a nap later. Get down. I'm not actually touching his butt, by the way. In case people are like, ew. I'm so sorry. Okay, so I added 2 rows of stitching to the top. And then I'm just gonna lay it over that. Yeah. So that's what it'll look like. And this is where the card will get inserted. And then just sew it like 1/8 of an inch around the edge. I didn't even think about like centering it. That's my bad. Oh well. Looks better than the other one. It goes so much better. Yay! That looks so good. High five, everybody. Yeah, the contrast looks nice. Okay, so now I'm ready to finish my wallet, because it's my wallet. Oh. Hey, look at that. Yay, thanks, Ashley. High five. Yeah, yeah. Thanks, Charisse. Thanks, Tiffany. So many hands. And I mean, the stitching on the wrong side doesn't look that bad. Paging Patricia's scissors. Oh, wrong way. Oh, but I like it. So I'm gonna put the zipper down here, the ID up here. Because I feel like I need my ID more than I need change. So yeah, I like that. Okay, nicely centered. And then I can still do my 1-inch square. Might just make it. Okay, I can't really see that, but whatever. Demoing the bar, oh man. Oh my god, Shay, that's hilarious. I made a nice slim butt. Oh, Shay, that's fun. Folding it up to test it. Oh, Helen, yeah, it does. I've seen people that add rivets like pretty far in, and that helps it from falling open so wide. Yeah, it looks really pretty. So I switched up. The zipper usually goes back here, but I feel like the wallet here would be good. The ID area. Ashley, I can make you one. I know the wallet you have is kind of lame. I'm really excited. This is my baby. I don't even want to sew up the sides. I'm afraid I'll ruin it. I just love the inside fabric. I'm super excited that I got to use it up. Okay. The penny in works. Yeah, it does. Guys, I don't want to sew up the sides. I'm really afraid to ruin it. I don't want to add rivets though. I don't really like the look of the rivets. Oh, Helen, fine, yeah. Well, that's not as genius of an idea, but it's not terrible. Alright, we're just gonna do it. I've made how many NCWs and it always turns out fine. Pick clips that match and leave it. Oh, that's I love it. Okay. This is why I love this group. Yeah, we're pretty awesome. It's an awesome group. I didn't catch that as well as I would have liked, but it's mine. What am I gonna notice? Yeah, Shay, it's my group. I actually, I started it last year around the summertime, and it was honestly for local classes. Like I was gonna teach at Hobby Lobby in Fairview Heights, Illinois, and so it was honestly just for people to like get information about the classes. And then I went live in the Swoon Sewing Patterns group to show off, not show off, but to show how I do the Annette. Because a lot of people were having trouble with the zipper, and I had like 120 people watching, I want to say, and that's where I met like Nikki and a lot of other people through that live video. And then they deleted it because they couldn't, like, none of the admins wanted to sit there and watch the content to make sure that it followed the group rules, so they just deleted it. Yeah, Helen was there too. Okay, cool. Yeah, so it was really fun. I think one of the main issues is that I was like talking about my own sewing patterns, and it's not like I was trying to sell them to anybody. I just kind of made them for fun, but they deleted the video. So I put it in this group and had tons of people joining, and then we just kind of kept going. Rules, smools, yeah. So I'm just really glad, you know, they didn't remove me, because I love being in that group too. There's a lot of inspiring people. But I was on the newer side of bag making, and I know tons of people were having issues, and it's like, well, people learn from videos. I'll just do a video. Ben is sitting on the edge of the cutting table with his tongue out, just staring at me. Allison, I learned something new too. Like on this wallet. I learned a lot of new things. Oh, get under there. Okay, hopefully it didn't shift. Yeah, Shay, we've had a few little bouts of drama, but we're pretty good at removing people, like, and then we don't let a lot of people in. Yeah, that's true, Jen, and I mean, then it wasn't. Ooh. It's so pretty, you guys. a nice thin butt. And it's soft. It's like Cleopatra colors. Maybe I'll sew something else, I don't know. And there's the inside. Do I need your address? Amanda, you're so silly. You're so silly. It's mine. You can't have it. I've already claimed it. Well, I'll use it for a while, and then if I make another one, we'll see. Oh, Ashley, yeah. Aw, thanks, Yana. So that's a no. This video is so that you guys can make your own. But this one's mine. Aw, thanks. Oh, The Walking Dead. The Sisterhood of the Traveling Wallet. I'm gonna look for leather now. Sounds good, Ashley. You're at work, why not? We've got pin money. Okay, I'm trimming the extras. Make mine now. Hello. And that only took, what, 2.5 hours? Yeah, 2.5 hours. Not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, I don't really know what I can sew. Cindy, I wanted to make Mrs. H's gentleman's wallet because I've heard a lot of good things about it. Well, I think I have. Oh, it's fun. Oh, yeah. I just haven't gotten a chance to. I downloaded the wallet. I printed it, maybe. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay. Yeah, you should. And do it live so I can make one. Yeah, I know, I need to. I just don't have a man that needs a wallet. Yeah. The only thing I have to make is just like plain old zipper pouches. But I'd have to do a new video and set my sewing area up for that. I honestly don't know much about the other one, the 5550 and 5550. The 8700 is nice. You would definitely want that. I'm honestly, I'm not sure. It really does. Yeah. I was like, it'd be too much of a stark difference, but I like that, but yeah. And then I really like it without the Peltex. I think it feels nice, and the edges aren't like turning up like sometimes they do. And it closes nicely. Yeah, I sew. I'm trying to think. I don't know much about that one. I know a lot of people like the 8700 for bags. That's the one Alicia from Swoon uses, which is why I looked into the Jukis to start with. Don't wear a black hoodie on a white table in a live video. See, I don't know. Yeah, Yana, of course. It's always an open discussion. It's not my group, it's our group. And anyone is welcome. But let's just stare at Ben while we do it. Because he has his tongue sticking out. Ben, you're ridiculous. Why is your tongue sticking out? How can you meow with your tongue sticking out? don't understand. He's judging again. He's crazy. Oh, Patricia, I'm so sorry. This is censorship at its finest. If you struggle, I'll just hold you harder. Oh my God. All right, you guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I know I do. I might need to go get some, or find more of this leather in a bigger piece, because the swatch I got, I think it was 20 inch by 20 inch, and I can't even get scraps out of that. Yeah. Yeah, I can't say that I'd be able to use the 1181 on clothes at all. That is why I have sergers, and that is why I have, yeah, Dee, you can do it. You can do it. I might go make hair bows upstairs and watch TV, or... No, I'm going to clean my house. That's what I said I was going to do. I'm not going to do a live video of me cleaning my house. Sorry, guys. All right, bye, guys.